Ladies and gentlemen, now available via my ProWrestlingTees.com online shop, Get Off My TV. The perfect shirt you could be wearing every Monday night when we see the likes of Kane, The Big Show, Ryback, and among many others that we just can't stand to see on Monday nights. I now bring to you and available for purchase this weekend, starting today. Get Off My TV, man. ProWrestlingTees.com/Off The Script, $19.99. Get your new merchandise and support Off The Script today. Once again, that's ProWrestlingTees.com/Off The Script. What is going on, guys? JD from New York here. And this is number 101. Part number 1 of the number 1 source for everything WWE. This is Off The Script, the number 1 fucking podcast in your subscription boxes right here on YouTube.com. And it's Royal Rumble weekend. It is Royal Rumble weekend. And finally, all of our questions will be answered. Will AJ Styles be in the Royal Rumble? Will Daniel Bryan finally be cleared to wrestle for the WWE once again? Will Triple H show his face and be crowned the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion? Will Roman Reigns be shoved down our throats even further on Sunday night? Will Brock Lesnar begin his feud with Bray Wyatt? Who is going to be a surprise entrant in the Royal Rumble? A returning Jeff Hardy, Shelton Benjamin, Rob Van Dam, MVP, Finn Balor. I got it all for you right here. Preview and predictions of the Royal Rumble 2016. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for making Off The Script your number 1 destination for everything WWE, man. Quickly, I do want to go over a few things. It's been a very, very big week, okay? Very, very big week. Off The Script, on the go. My digital podcast of Off The Script. Now, not only available on PodBean. It's on PodBean, Stitcher Radio, iTunes, and now AudioBoom. 4 different places where you can listen to Off The Script. A new episode will be going up on Sunday, Royal Rumble Day, for you guys to listen to. I go over the Rumble. I talk about the Rumble. I talk about NXT this week. I talk about Monday Night Raw. Plus, I give you my opinions on everything that happened in the WWE. Make sure to look out for that, man. You got 4 places to listen to it. Please make sure you go out there and do what needs to be done, man. Listen to the number 1 podcast right now, hitting your earbuds, man. Off The Script. And if you guys are on iTunes, I would greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate it if you're on iTunes to leave a rating. Always helps out the show. I want to move this brand up as quickly as possible, and I can't do it without each and every one of you guys, man. So thank you so very much. If you guys missed my Royal Rumble little news and rumors here and there that I posted this week, something about Josh from Tough Enough, and I posted something about AJ Styles and the Bullet Club debuting in the Royal Rumble. If you guys missed that, links will be down in the description. Make sure you all go check that out. Follow me on Twitter at JD from NY206. Twitch, Facebook, all over the place, man. Just follow me. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, I have no idea what the fuck you're waiting for, bro. I really don't understand what you are waiting for. Hit that subscribe button. This is Off The Script. You're not going to want to listen to the WWE news anywhere else after I get a hold of you for at least 1 episode, all right? And as always, guys, the t-shirts. Can't forget the t-shirts. Can't forget the t-shirts. ProWrestlingTees.com/Off The Script for your Get Off My TV t-shirt. Beautiful. I was wearing it out of nowhere, and Out of Nowhere with Joe Cronin, also linked down in the description. All right, let's get on to the fucking Rumble. The last 2 Rumbles have been absolute fucking nightmares. Nightmares. You guys know how I felt about the Royal Rumble. You guys know the rants that I went on as it concerns the Royal Rumble. Those 2 Royal Rumble videos, one of which was taken down for whatever reason, some of the most highly viewed videos on my channel. Especially the Royal Rumble where Roman Reigns won the Royal Rumble. Jesus fucking Christ. You guys fucking killed it on that one. If he does win the Rumble again this year and overcomes the odds, you thought that rant was bad. Wait till you see me this year. Holy shit. But the last 2 Rumbles, the fact that Batista won the Royal Rumble, the fact that Daniel Bryan didn't show his face in that Royal Rumble, the fact that the crowd turned on that Royal Rumble, the fact that Roman Reigns won last year's Royal Rumble, where we had to see him in the fucking ring to close the match out with Big Show and Kane. Not only did the crowd hijack that Rumble as well, but The Rock came out and they fucking didn't even give a shit about The Rock standing there with his family. They booed the fuck out of The Rock out of the building. Terrible, terrible, terrible booking on WWE's behalf. We also seen in the 2014 Rumble CM Punk's last moments in WWE. For a very, very, very long time, he announced that he's got an 8-match deal with UFC, so we will not be seeing CM Punk for a very, very long time in the WWE, all right? But this year, it's all about the WWE having Roman Reigns overcome the odds and have it be 1 versus all. For the first time ever, the WWE will be having the WWE title on the line, defended. Okay? This is a big difference from 1992, clowns. Okay? In 1992, the WWE had the vacated WWF title. Nobody was in possession of that title. Okay? That Royal Rumble still stands on its own. Roman Reigns this year is the WWE champion. Big difference. He is defending his title against 29 other guys. There's a big difference. So for the first time ever, WWE is making history. I have to make this clear for all the fucking goons out there who don't listen carefully to what the promo is saying. Defended. Okay? The title in 1992 was vacated and nobody was champion, which led to Ric Flair winning that Royal Rumble and having it become the greatest Rumble of all time and cutting one of the best promos in Royal Rumble history. You guys get the picture. But Roman Reigns, 1 versus all. He is the #1 entrant in the Royal Rumble, as we've seen on the go-home edition of Monday Night Raw. And we'll talk about that towards the end of this video, because I want to start off from the very bottom and work my way to the top of this card. WWE announced a kickoff match for the pre-show that nobody will watch because it's fucking worthless. Darren Young, Damien Sandow as a team. This is a fatal 4-way tag team match. How they came up with these teams, I don't know. Darren Young and Damien Sandow versus the Dudleys versus the Ascension versus Mark Henry and Jack Swagger. Now, we know the Ascension ain't winning shit. I mean, I got a better chance of fucking sleeping with Jennifer Lopez, Cameron Diaz, and what's her fucking name? Taylor Swift. All in one night. Then the Ascension has a chance to win this fucking match. They ain't going nowhere. They are not going nowhere, man. The Ascension are at the very, very bottom of the barrel with their NXT brother, Tyler Breeze, scraping up scraps. And WWE says, you know what? Fuck these guys. They're going to remain at the bottom of the barrel because they're NXT, and we don't give a shit about NXT. So the Ascension not doing anything, man. And their new outfits are awful, by the way. The outfits that they had on Monday Night Raw, man, too red. You got to put a little bit more black in their tights. It's just too red for me. Anyway, I'm not here to talk about the Ascension's fucking wardrobe. The Ascension will not win this match, so they're automatically out of the picture. Darren Young and Damien Sandow, I don't see them having a chance. I think this is going to come down to be between the Dudleys and Mark Henry and Jack Swagger. Now, I can see the Dudleys winning it because the Dudleys are still fan favorites. I mean, the Dudleys have definitely died off. They have fizzled out. The nostalgia with the Dudleys has been way overexposed with this fucking ECW crap and bringing back Tommy Dreamer and Rhino and trying to relive the ECW days and fucking putting them in matches with the Wyatts each and every fucking week for the last 3 months. I'm fucking sick and tired of it, bro. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, man. I mean, I love pasta, but I can't eat pasta every fucking day. This is like eating fucking your favorite food every fucking day, bro. You see it on Raw, you see it on SmackDown, you see it on Raw again, you see it on SmackDown, you see it on a pre-show, you see it on a pay-per-view. How many fucking times a week? Seriously, there's no variety in WWE anymore. So the Dudleys, I could see winning this, but Mark Henry has been vocal about this possibly being his last Royal Rumble, his last year, and possibly his last WrestleMania. So, what I think is going to happen with the team of Mark Henry and Jack Swagger, I honestly think that Mark Henry and Jack Swagger are going to win this, because why not? You do Mark Henry the favor. If this is really his last year, why not put him in his last Royal Rumble? I'm going with Mark Henry and Jack Swagger to win this kickoff match, Fatal 4-Way. And the winner of this match actually gets to be in the Royal Rumble. If I forgot to mention that, there is stakes on the line here, just not a random match thrown together. Why WWE is doing this for 2 entries in the Royal Rumble is beyond me. But whatever, this is WWE, this is not JD's WWE. So Mark Henry and Jack Swagger will go on to be victorious and go on into the Royal Rumble, okay? WWE Tag Team Championship, The New Day, Big E, Kofi, and or Xavier Woods, whoever feels like wrestling that day, are the champions heading into the Royal Rumble, and they're defending against the Usos, Jimmy and Jay. Uso boring lately. These guys have been fucking awful. This is not the same Uso team that I remember watching, putting on classics with Luke Harper and Eric Rowan of the Wyatt family several years back. But the Usos right now are definitely moving up my get off my TV list, for sure. For sure. These guys are awful. I mean, there's nothing exciting about them. They need a complete repackaging. They maybe need to turn heel. I don't know. But whatever the case may be, the Usos are just not doing it for me. But for the little fucking goons out there in the crowd, they're all excited to see the Usos with the fucking face paint and the, ooh, so, you're boring. Who gives a fuck, man? Really? Who gives a shit about these guys? Why would you take the belts off of the New Day? Seriously. You have no other teams in the division. You've been circling the fucking division with 2 teams, the New Day and the Usos. Everybody else is a fucking foregone conclusion. The Dudleys are a waste. You got no other teams there. You got the Ascension that you never built up. You got so many fucking teams in NXT that would fit like a fucking perfect wardrobe, a perfect outfit on Monday Night Raw. Yet you don't want to bring anybody up. And I don't want them to bring anybody up because they'd get fucking ruined in the process. But you got teams. But you don't give us any variety. You show us the 2 teams that you want pushed down our throats. And this is the result. Nobody cares. So at this point, why would you even take the belts off a New Day? Why? Something needs to be done with the Usos. Something needs to be done with the tag team division. And it would be a colossal mistake if you take the titles off the New Day. New Day is going to win it, and they will get retribution for the passing of Francesca, their trombone. So I think they're going to walk out of Orlando remaining as the WWE Tag Team Champions. Now, Dean Ambrose versus Kevin Owens, the one feud on the male side of the main roster. We'll talk about Becky and Charlotte in a little bit. But Dean Ambrose and Kevin Owens, as far as the guys go, has been on fire. They are probably the best feud on WWE television right now. And what a shocker. What a shocker. The reason why it's the best is because the focus is on the Intercontinental title. Imagine that. 2 men in the WWE fighting over what is important. Wow. Wow. Who thought of that bright idea? I don't know. But finally, we have some fucking focus on the Intercontinental title. Now, I would have never taken the belt off Kevin Owens because what he did with the belt really didn't live up to the expectation. I mean, if you're going to put him in a feud with Ryback, nobody's going to come out of that feud looking good because he fucking blows. Ryback is fucking awful. I mean, you could put a fucking cardboard cutout of Abdullah the Butcher in the ring with fucking Ryback, and Ryback still couldn't wrestle a damn good match. That's how bad he is. He's terrible. I don't give a shit what anybody says. Yeah, you go on Instagram and you see fucking WWE 12-year-old to 15-year-old goons. Oh, Ryback is amazing. Amazing at what? Amazing at what? Perspiring? Sweating? Eating? Catering? Well, what is he amazing at? Certainly not fucking wrestling, I'll tell you that. Guy's fucking terrible. Every time he comes out, I want to fucking bury my face in a pillow and fucking suffocate myself. That's how bad he is. He's awful. He's awful. You don't even need NyQuil for Ryback. Just watch his fucking matches and you'll be passed out in 3 seconds. Never mind the referee counting 3. You'll be out in 3 seconds. So if you want some decent sleep, watch a Ryback match. I don't know why I ranted on Ryback. I'm in a mood. I don't know. I fucking can't stand him. He may be Ryan Reeves may be a fucking genuine swell guy, but Ryback doesn't do anything for me, bro. Ambrose and Owens. This is about Ambrose and Owens, okay? Ambrose and Owens, best thing on WWE TV right now, and they're fighting over the title. So simple. And this is emotional, not only because these two guys want to be, better than the other, but it's all about the gold. It's all about the gold. Now, I would have never taken the belt off Owens, and I am not here to complain that Ambrose is the champion. I've liked Ambrose's run. I really have. It gives him meaning. It gives him something to do instead of fucking going up and down from mid-card to main event to fucking doing nothing. Ambrose has been in something that has been great so far. So, him having the title I have no problem with. It's the fact that I don't think Kevin Owens was given enough time with the belt. So Kevin Owens, I think, is going to walk out of this match the new Intercontinental Champion. Now, out of nowhere, Joe Cronin brought up a very good point. He could possibly be right, and we could see a double draw here. Both men not making the 10 count for the last man standing rule. I could see that happening. And then this continue on to Fastlane, and then Kevin Owens would regain the Intercontinental Championship. But either way you look at it, if it happens at the Rumble or if it happens at Fastlane, I see Kevin Owens as the Intercontinental Champion going into WrestleMania, and I don't think he's fighting The Taker. I don't think he's fighting Lesnar. I don't think those matches right now need to happen. Because if the WWE can get The Rock to wrestle, why wouldn't you book The Rock versus The Undertaker? And him touting all over the place, we're going to do something special. Something grand is planned. What is it? You walking into Dallas with a fucking microphone and no wrestling gear is not special. That's not special to me, bro. If something special is planned, it better be you in the fucking ring. Period. That's all I got to say about that. But Kevin Owens wins the Intercontinental Championship. Now, what do you do with Kevin Owens if he wins the title? I'll tell you this. Daniel Bryan has been cleared by a medical doctor. This is the third doctor that Daniel Bryan has been cleared. Daniel Bryan has been cleared now by 3 fucking doctors. This one is a medical doctor at UCLA. So he's cleared. He's cleared. The only goon that will not clear him is Maroon. Why? I don't know. This is 3 doctors now who say he's in excellent shape. What else does WWE need for them to clear Daniel Bryan? So if he is cleared, and the rumors that are going around, which I'll talk about on Off the Script this weekend, if the rumors going around are that he will be in Pittsburgh for this comic event that Seth Rollins was supposed to be at, so Seth Rollins can't be there because he's rehabilitating, and Bryan is going to be there to take his spot, and he's going to be in Pittsburgh, why wouldn't he go see Maroon with the documentation that he just got cleared by another doctor, which is 3 now in total? Why wouldn't he go? Dave Meltzer's over here debunking shit and, he's not going to be there. It's for the comic event and the comic event only. He's not going to see Maroon. How the fuck do you know? Is Dave Meltzer going to be chaperoning Daniel Bryan all through Pittsburgh on Saturday afternoon? I mean, really? Is he going to be holding his hand while he's crossing the street? Is he going to be buying him lunch? Is he going to be fucking wiping his ass after he takes a shit in the morning? Is he going to be there every waking second? How the fuck do you know? Daniel Bryan could fucking go see Maroon in the morning and then get ready for the Comic-Con or whatever the fuck's going on. See all those geeks wearing Batman and anime outfits? Whatever the fuck he's doing over there, man. You mean to tell me he's not going to try to at least make an attempt to go see the Goon Maroon? I mean, are you out of your fucking mind? Of course he's going to go see Maroon. Nobody's going to report that he's going to go see Dr. Maroon after he just got cleared by a UCLA doctor. Of course not. Then there's going to be more reports and more speculation. Oh, he's going to be cleared for the Rumble, this and that. Why would WWE allow that news to break out? They at least want to keep one genuine surprise after the AJ Styles thing is now ruined, right? So, Daniel Bryan, if he's cleared, I don't even know what fuck I'm ranting about anymore. If Daniel Bryan is cleared, why wouldn't you put him in the Rumble? Daniel Bryan needs to be in the Rumble. Needs to be. I know he's not going to win it. That's not my gripe. As long as he's there at the end, and it sets up a match for him at WrestleMania. And what better opponent, like I predicted, than Kevin Owens for the Intercontinental Championship. Do you guys remember the 2005 Royal Rumble where Shawn Michaels super kicked Kurt Angle out of the ring in less than 2 minutes? What happened with that? Kurt Angle was a fucking raging lunatic. He beat the shit out of Shawn Michaels, which eventually led to a WrestleMania match. Why couldn't you do that with Daniel Bryan and Kevin Owens? But Kevin Owens couldn't play the role of a Kurt Angle. I would love to see that. I would love to see that be built in the Royal Rumble on Sunday. But I might be speaking out of my fucking Zelda beanie right now. So, I don't know. I like it. I think that should happen. Either way you look at it, Dean Ambrose is going to lose the title, in my opinion. Kevin Owens will regain the title. And Dean Ambrose, what do you do with him? Well, I predicted Chris Jericho. I think Chris Jericho and Dean Ambrose would have a great feud, a great grudge match for an undercard match at WrestleMania. The United States Championship, Alberto Del Rio, or Alberto Del Sleepo, because he's fucking boring in the United States and on WWE television, versus Kalisto. You know, this match and this feud completely went to the shitter after SmackDown. As soon as they took the belt off of Kalisto, I said, you know what? I don't fucking care. I really don't. I really don't fucking care. If you wanted some type of fucking great moment for this young guy in Kalisto, and Sin Cara is due back any week now, so maybe they have plans for them as a tag team, and that's the reason why they took the belt off of him, because it wasn't going to be a permanent thing. I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but there's no reason why he couldn't hold the U.S. title and be a tag team. I don't get that logic either. But regardless, you know, you gave him the moment, and you wasted the moment that could have happened at the Royal Rumble on a shit edition of Monday Night Raw, and you wasted that, and then you took the belt off of him the very next night at the SmackDown tapings and gave it right back to Del Rio. Why? So not only do you ruin everything that happened on Monday Night Raw, you ruin this guy's feel-good moment, you ruin the fucking prestige of the United States Championship even further because Del Rio has done nothing with it. I mean, what are you doing with it? At least Kalisto could have given us matches that we could be excited to see, more so than Del Rio. Del Rio's done nothing with the belt. I mean, who are you setting Del Rio up for at WrestleMania for this United States Championship? I don't get it. Unless you have a big plan for the U.S. title at WrestleMania, this makes no sense to me. You could have built Kalisto week after week after week trying to battle off the League of Nations, and then finally at the Royal Rumble, he gets the victory. He gets the win and wins the United States Championship. But now that Del Rio is the champion going into the Royal Rumble, why would anybody care? Why would anybody care? Del Rio will walk out because at this point it doesn't make any sense to flip-flop the title back and forth again. So that's the only reason why I'm going with Del Rio. Del Rio will walk out of the Royal Rumble the United States champion. WWE Divas Championship, Charlotte versus Becky Lynch, and Charlotte will have Ric Flair in her corner. I've been very vocal about the Divas. I've been very vocal about Charlotte and how she's been handled from her demotion from NXT to the WWE main roster. I've been very vocal about it. I love Charlotte in NXT. I love what she brought to the table. I loved her attitude. I love what she exemplified as far as a woman wrestler. Not a diva. A woman wrestler. Now, she looks like a fucking clown carrying around a purple butterfly belt and she's trying to mimic what her father used to do and how her father was successful. I've been very, very vocal about how they are handling Charlotte, but you need two to tango, and every villain and every heel needs a decent face to work with. Becky has been that decent face, and I think Becky has been the one shining star, and she's been the absolute best thing in the Divas division for quite some time now. Okay, as soon as they let her go, she hasn't looked back, and she's been giving it her all each and every week they call upon her. They're giving her this role, and she is not letting 1 second go to waste, and I appreciate that, and I notice it. Becky has been doing great. I mean, the attitude, the matches, the look, I love everything about Becky, okay? And she was great in NXT, and I think she deserves to be just as great, and I think she deserves the chance to be just as great on Monday Night Raw and the WWE main roster. The only thing I don't like about Becky is that she can be a little bit animated at times, and she can be a little boisterous, and it doesn't come off as genuine. It comes off as very scripted. That's the only thing that I see about Becky that I don't like. But the reason why this feud has been so good is because it's simple. Imagine that again. You got Ambrose and Owens fighting over the title, and the title is the fucking centerpiece to that feud. Wow. And now here with the Divas Championship, the reason why this feud is decent, I'm not going to say it's great because it's not. The reason why this feud is decent and tolerable and watchable is because it's simple. It's simple. Becky and Charlotte were best friends. Becky feels betrayed and lied to because Charlotte is doing the thing that she promised Becky she would not do. Cheat to win. And now she feels betrayed by her best friend. She feels cheated out of a title shot she got a couple of weeks back because Ric Flair has to throw his 2 cents in. And now she feels like she's earned it and fought for it, and she's shown Charlotte that she can hang, and she wants another title. Wow. So simple. And it works. Imagine that. Imagine that. I think Becky's gained so much momentum here, it would be foolish to waste that away. I think Becky, at the Royal Rumble, walks out with the WWE Divas Championship. And then Charlotte, they can chase, or she can chase, or they, meaning Flair and Charlotte, they can chase Becky for the title. And at WrestleMania, if you want, include a Sasha Banks, Becky, Charlotte, and Sasha in a 3-way dance. Triple threat at WrestleMania. Book it. That's what I think is going to happen. And if I was in charge, that's exactly what I'd do. I think Becky is going to walk out of the Royal Rumble, the new Divas champion. Now, the Royal Rumble. There's nothing to say here. There really is nothing to say here. I've been saying this for weeks. I've been saying this for over 2 months now. Triple H will win the Royal Rumble. I am sticking to my guns. If he doesn't, I don't know. There is really nobody else to win it. I mean, it's clear as fucking day. It's clear as day. He hasn't been seen on WWE television since that attack at TLC. That's number one. That's the one indication that you know he's going to show up. Okay? Number two, Roman, if any of you think he's going to get eliminated in the midst of this Royal Rumble, you are fucking the most dumbest fucking individual I've ever seen. Roman will be there at the end, and when Triple H sees Roman at the end, he will be prompted to come out and say, you know what? I can't believe my family can't get this done, and if they can't get it done, I have to take matters into my own hands. That's exactly what is going to happen. Now, I think Triple H wins the Royal Rumble. I think Triple H is crowned the new WWE champion. I think Roman Reigns chases the title up until WrestleMania. He gets his WrestleMania moment. He beats Triple H, and everybody, and Vince McMahon, and all the higher-ups, and Kevin Dunn can have a nice circle jerk and jerk each other's fucking cocks. And congratulations to Roman Reigns. That's what's going to happen. They're all going to jerk each other off and fucking throw a party because their man won the Royal Rumble. Or won the WWE Championship at WrestleMania. Their man won the Royal Rumble or lost the Royal. I don't know why I keep saying he's going to win the Royal Rumble. I think deep down I want him to win the Royal Rumble so I can give you guys the fucking rant to end the world. Seriously. He will win at WrestleMania. He will be the WWE Champion and conquer the Authority at WrestleMania. But Triple H will win the Royal Rumble. Okay, he will be the WWE Champion and Roman will chase. Now, what happens to Brock Lesnar? A lot of you think Brock Lesnar will win the Royal Rumble because it's the most logical and the most realistic choice. How do you eliminate Brock Lesnar? Well, if you've seen on Monday Night Raw, Bray Wyatt and the Wyatt family are going to be a dominant force, a dominant entity in the Royal Rumble. Bray Wyatt will be eliminated by Brock Lesnar. In fact, all of the Wyatt family is going to be eliminated by Brock Lesnar. But, the Wyatt family will scatter to the back, and then when Lesnar is at his weakest, they're going to pick him apart, and they will eliminate him from the outside in a screwjob fashion, setting up Brock Lesnar versus the Wyatt family, which will eventually lead to Brock Lesnar versus Bray Wyatt at WrestleMania. Okay? That's what I think is going to happen. And just to throw this out there, I could potentially see a double finish. Two men going over the top rope. I could see Lesnar and Reigns going both over the top rope and having that Lex Luger Bret Hart moment from 1994 occur in the Royal Rumble. I would not be surprised about that one as well. But I'm sticking to my guns. I think Triple H, in some way, shape, or form, no matter how it's done, he is going to screw Roman Reigns, and he's going to win the WWE Championship. Now, as far as surprises go, you know, it is in Orlando, and I reported the last couple of days on the two videos that I made about Josh from Tough Enough and him calling the social outcasts the social jobbers. I mentioned in my AJ Styles video for the Royal Rumble and him being in the Royal Rumble and what the plans are for him, that the NXT talent in Orlando, all hands are going to be on deck. NXT will be there in full force in Orlando at the Royal Rumble. They will be there. So the possibility is excellent that we will see NXT talent in the Royal Rumble. I could see a Samoa Joe. I could see a Baron Corbin. I could see a Finn Balor. I could see a Sami Zayn in the Royal Rumble. Any one of those guys, if not all four, in the Royal Rumble, okay? As far as other surprises, I would fucking mark the fuck out if Daniel Bryan came out, and like I said, be there at the end only to get screwed by Kevin Owens, and that sets up their match for WrestleMania, okay? I could see a potential MVP return to the WWE. I could see him coming back to the WWE and being in the Royal Rumble. Whether or not that's going to have him remain with the roster remains to be seen, but I could see MVP in the Royal Rumble. I could see, again, the Godfather being in the Royal Rumble. You know, that's not totally out of the question. I could see a Kevin Nash. I could see a Shelton Benjamin, possibly. You know, Joe Cronin mentioned Vader. I could see an RVD. And the dreaded name that everybody's talking about, AJ Styles. I'm not going to say it again. You guys know how I feel about it. AJ Styles should not be in the Royal Rumble. He should not be in the Royal Rumble. Anybody saying that this is a good idea obviously is a clueless fucking fool. Why would you put him in the Royal Rumble? It will do nothing. A big pop. People know who he is because it's in Orlando, and after that, he's going to get eliminated. Who's he going to get eliminated by? You're going to save this guy's debut for the Royal Rumble to only be a fucking footnote for what's going to happen with Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns. Because he's not going to be there at the end. Why would you waste that opportunity to debut him instead of being patient and waiting for the Monday Night Raw after WrestleMania? I don't get it. I don't understand it. But this is WWE. You're going to do what you want to do. I'm here giving you fucking solid ideas. Hire me. JD4 Creative. Hashtag it. But AJ Styles, rumored to be in the Royal Rumble. He's in a independent show on Saturday. I believe he's medically cleared. Doc Gallows is medically cleared. I would not debut either one of them at the Royal Rumble. I would not debut either one of them at the Royal Rumble, but who the fuck knows? Knowing WWE, we're going to see the whole fucking Bullet Club in the Royal Rumble, and everything's going to be fucking ruined. Because they have something great on their hands that they could really build an entire storyline with for 2016, but they want to rush, because they want pop. I don't get it. It's going to be Roman and Lesnar. The fuck are you going to debut AJ Styles for? It's a waste of fucking time. But that is my Royal Rumble preview and predictions for 2016. I got more news and rumors later on this weekend. What do I got planned? WWE for Royal Rumble. They got the finish planned, apparently, and Fastlane main event revealed. What the fuck is it? I'll talk about it this weekend. AJ Styles to debut. Lesnar versus Jericho at WrestleMania. I also have Lesnar versus Braun Strowman at WrestleMania. Two different reports. Please. I'd rather have eye cancer, like I said last week. Shawn Michaels coming out of retirement for the Royal Rumble? No. Absolutely not. Austin Aries reportedly in talks with WWE. Tyler Breeze getting significant heat because of a backstage incident. And Daniel Bryan not undergoing WWE medical testings this week. That's according to Dave Meltzer. And I have the whereabouts and update on Lana. Where the fuck is she? Find out this week on Off The Script. All that plus so much more. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hit that thumbs up. Believe, motherfucker. Hit that thumbs up. Support the channel. Support the video. I'll be back on Saturday with more news and rumors. Until then, this is JD. Make sure to check the description for the podcast on iTunes, Stitcher Radio, PodBean, and AudioBoom. Get your fucking t-shirts. If you missed my wrestling videos for Josh Tough Enough and AJ Styles and the Bullet Club, the latest information on their debut to the WWE, links for everything will be down in the description below. I'll be back on Saturday. Until then, this is JD. This is Off The Script, and I'll talk to you guys later.